Insurance isn't one size fits all. That's why drivers have enjoyed Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years now. With the Name Your Price tool, you tell them what you want to pay, and they'll show you options that fit your budget. So whether you're picking out your first policy or just looking for something that works better for you and your family, they make it easy to see your options. Visit Progressive.com. Find a rate that works for you with the Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Yay Networks.
You're listening to the Chatty Daddies podcast.
When you think about parenting, I hope you're thinking about Chatty Daddies.
Yes.
We got 3 dads right here just hanging out, talking about how our kids are doing. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but we're sharing it all.
Absolutely. And we welcome your stories as well.
Of course.
Chatty Daddies and Chatty Mommies.
Over this past week, how would we rate the behavior of our children? Scale of 1 to 10, 1 terrible, 10 perfect angel child.
Oh, man. See, I got 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
I would give Chloe's starting to get sassy, my daughter.
Okay.
I would give her an 8.
Okay.
My son, Kaysen, is now getting into wants to battle with his mom stage, which he's been in. I give him about 7.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
It's not bad.
I wouldn't complain about that.
I'm going to say for me, Ellie, pretty good. I think I'm going to say like an 8. An 8's pretty good. Room for improvement.
Right.
Davis, I'm only taking a point off because he got his folder signed.
Oh, he got a signed
He almost
folder.
went a whole month without getting his folder signed, but he hit a kid in the face.
Okay.
Well, was it
school?
Was it justified?
I don't think it was.
Okay.
So they were doing, my wife said that when she saw his folder was signed, she assumed that this incident took place like at recess or something, but it happened during like English class. And I think there was like, they had to break up into groups, and one of his friends, their group was full, and was like, oh, we can't have another kid. So he hit the kid in the face.
Oh, good. I thought it was like he said something bad about Walt Whitman, and then boom.
No. So he's got to get bumped down to like a 5.
Okay, yeah.
You can't just be going around hitting. So I made him write a card to his friend, and he had to write some like 2 sentences, like an apology, and tell him that you still like him as a friend or something like that. Took him a long time. Lots of eye rolling, a lot of huffing and puffing, and a lot of I don't want to do it. I don't want to do.
What's a long time? You say 2 sentences takes a long time.
It took maybe like 5 to 10 minutes for me to get him to do it. Because most of it, he was just dragging his feet. I'm like, hey, let's go over to this table, go get a sheet of paper and a pencil, and you need to do it. And for half the time, he just laid on the stairs.
Yeah.
He just laid down. And I was like, dude, let's go. No, we need to go to the desk and let's write this.
Right.
And it took him a long time, lots of eye rolling. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to spell sorry. Stuff like that.
Well, I'll help you spell sorry.
Yeah, I will help you spell anything, but I need you to come up with like 2 things and apologize and say something.
Let me ask you about the folder signing, though. How does Davis handle this? Did he come right home after school and told you guys, hey, just want to give you the heads up, I got my folder signed, or you just went into his folder and you saw it?
I think Blair just went in and saw it. He has told us before.
Okay.
But this time he did not.
He was hoping you guys would miss it.
I think he knew because it was more of a serious infraction. Before, he's gotten his folder signed because he would maybe talk during class and he shouldn't have, or he was like running in the hallway or something. So not as serious infractions, but this one was more serious. He didn't say anything.
Any kind of punishment? Any kind of, other than the writing of the note?
I mean, he did hit somebody, bro.
He did, and we didn't really do anything.
Yeah.
We kind of just, it was a stressful day. We kind of just like moved on and sort of forgot about it. This is a few days ago, so this is the first time I'm actually remembering it again. We should have done something, but it's too far, I think, removed.
Yeah, now you can't go back in time. So he escaped punishment.
I should have, but.
Or maybe when he asks to do something that maybe he hasn't done in the last few days that he really loves, you go like, no, man, sorry, you gotta pay for the price for hitting somebody.
So hopefully, I don't know. I really like the kid. Hopefully the kid still likes my son.
Because my son is in 5th grade now, and I think he's only gotten his folder signed twice, and it's been for mostly talking and maybe disrupting with his buddies in class. But I was able to tell both times, because boy did he come home and he was so nice. He was so nice. Like, because normally they come home and they're kind of in a grumpy mood. It was a long day.
How was
they're
day?
tired. So-and-so, blah. But this day, oh, hey, you guys want me to take out the trash? He went out and cleaned the dog poop, which he never does.
Yeah.
I have to tell him to get on. He went and cleaned his backpack out. He took care of his lunch pail. Boom, boom.
To build on that addition y'all were thinking about, I can get started if you want me to.
I was like, who is this man? Coming home being a freaking superstar.
Yeah.
And then I go and look at his folder and he starts talking to me. He's like, oh, and so like, well, do you want to watch like a show or something? And I'm like,
Distraction.
he's trying to distract me. And I open it up and he went quiet. And I go, what's this, my guy? But he was, he went super nice on it to try to get me.
Trey, how would you rate Quaid's behavior this week?
Now, I would like to say a 10, just because he's a wonderful human being. And that would just make him better than y'all's kids. But I think I'm going to have to knock him down to a 9.
Yeah.
Why would he do?
Which still makes him the winner.
Yeah, it does.
But
we should have written these down blindly so someone doesn't go last.
Yeah. He skipped his nap yesterday. And more so than it being a problem, like he didn't ever get like grumpy or super like cranky or angry or anything like that. You could tell he was a little bit more sluggish at the end of the day. But he skipped his nap. And that means daddy don't get a nap. And that's and you know
Very
who's
important.
You know who's sluggish and grumpy after not getting a nap?
Big old Trey?
Dad, sweet daddy T.
Right there with you.
And I mean, I got up and we went to the park and got some blood pumping and I got back into it. But like I'm laying there and he's like, I want to get up. I have energy. I want to get up. And he did that for 45 minutes. And so I'm sitting there listening to that and not getting my nap in while listening to that, making sure he's trying to fall asleep because he will sometimes be like, I need to go poop in the potty. So I want to make sure I hear that.
Totally.
Yeah. And so I don't want to fall asleep while he's still screaming about stuff.
I want to go poop in the potty.
And so, so then I don't get the nap, and I'm like, and kind of in a bad mood. So I would say that his attitude was probably better than mine. All week long.
Okay.
Yeah. I get pretty grumpy too.
What would you rank your own? Like, because if you guys are giving 7 and 8s, I'd take a 5. Like, I feel like most people on the wing are like, yeah, Trey's at like a 3. We give Trey a 3.
Our parenting?
No, just like people's of all over evaluation of my attitude and how I act. I'm like, yeah, Trey's around a 3.
At work or at home?
But in general, just in life, you can choose which one you want. Oh, you know what? At home, I'm pretty happy.
At home, I'd say I was pretty grumpy with the kids this week.
Yeah.
So I'd say I was probably like a 6.
Do you catch yourself or you're like, oh man, I've been a little grumpy.
I had to apologize a few times.
Okay.
Hey, dude, I'm sorry. I snapped at you. I
Same.
shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry.
I guess I have a bad perception of myself because 6 sounds great. Like I'm like, oh yeah, I'm doing a 6. I'm at a 6.
What's bad? Like a 4?
Yeah, anything below
3?
5.
Below 5?
Because what's your mood level at? If I'm at a 6, I'm like, okay, that's a pretty good day. Nobody's gonna be at a 10 ever. A 9? How rare are 9s?
Very rare. I mean, that's got to be those moms that you see and you're like, how are they in such a great mood all the time?
Yeah.
You know, where they're always smiling and even their kid throwing a fit, they're like, it's okay, baby, I got you. Nah, man, I lose my stuff.
What would you rate yourself as a dad this week?
I would say I had a good week because of something that took place over the weekend. So I would give myself about a 7.
What happened?
Where normally I would probably be a 6 5 guy. Like I'm with you guys on that. We had a power outage in my house, and we were just sitting there, and our neighbor hit us up and like, hey, did you guys lose power? And we said yes. And so she hit Kinsey up and said, if you guys want to come over and have a glass of wine, Keith, my neighbor, he's just throwing the bags around, the bean bags, the cornhole.
Oh, yeah.
And we could just relax. We were just hanging out in the backyard. And we're like, you know what? Yes. Because Kaysen was at a sleepover, and we just had Chloe. So we looked at Chloe, and we're like, Chloe, are you interested? We were playing a board game, and she goes, yeah, I like their house. They have 2 dogs that she plays with. So we went over there, and while we were sitting there, they go, wait, I think the restaurant down the street, there's this Italian restaurant, has lights. Let's go have dinner. So we went to dinner with our neighbors. Now, my neighbors are now empty nesters. They have 3 grown daughters. One just graduated college, and then they have 2 currently in college. And at this dinner, we got into the topic of parenting. Because I look at their daughters, and they're all awesome women. They're great. All 3 of them, soccer scholarships. All 3 of them seem like they're motivated to do things, you know. And when you see people like this, you're like, okay, what's the secret?
Yeah,
you know, because partly it's the kid, but also there's got to be some good parenting going on. And we just got into this really in-depth conversation, or actually mostly them giving us advice.
That's cool.
On how to maneuver. You know, we're about to get into middle school with Kaysen and how they maneuvered the difficulties of high school. And one of the advice that my neighbor told me, Natalie, was, do you find yourself lecturing your kid a lot? And
yes,
I said,
right
oh
here.
my God, that is my biggest flaw as a parent. is I find myself when I go up there, I don't want to lecture, and it turns into a 30-minute lecture. I do it, yes, a lot, and I want to not do it. And she goes, I was the same way, and you know what I did? We went to family therapy and all that stuff. She said, I learned that kids, when they are doing these things, they don't want to be lectured, which we know already. They want to be heard. They want to feel like they matter. They want to. And so what she said she started doing, and it helped a lot with her daughters, was instead of going up there and lecturing, she would go up there and go, what's going on? Tell me what's going on in your mind. And sometimes it would be a nice conversation they would have, and sometimes they wouldn't want anything to do with her. But she said, I would just make it about them.
Right.
And
instead of going up there and be like, well, tell me what's going on at school, because at school you have to make sure that you get your sleep. Right. You got to be in a good mood. You got to listen to your teachers.
And another thing that I do a lot with my kids, and they came from a similar background. They didn't come from much. They were both. One of my neighbors had a pretty bad childhood, and so they both did.
Yeah.
I mean, they came from literally nothing, which is great. She said, "Do you find yourself always going like, when I was a kid, I didn't have this and that?" And I'm like, oh my God, yeah. It's like you're listening to my conversations in my house. You know, I'm always like, I'm spoiling you guys. When I was a kid, I was outside all the time and this and that. And I was like, yeah, I do that too. And she goes, don't do that. And these are things I already know, right? You know, subliminally it's been there, but it's good to hear it from someone. So I feel that because we had this cool 2-hour dinner with these neighbors of ours, and they told us these things, they like just reemphasize the things that I need to, you know, put into my parenting. And so I felt myself when Kaysen had a moment with his mom where he did a little name calling.
Which one?
The I word.
Oh. Incontinent. Whoa.
Right. And you know what? He was upset, and I get it, man. He's starting puberty, and he's going through things and stuff. And he said he was going up there, and he just blurted it out. You idiot. And old Jose popped up out off the couch, and I was about to go up there and light him up. And as I'm walking up the stairs, I remembered the conversation I had with my neighbors, and I calmed down a little bit. And he was sitting in his bed, and I was like, first of all, dude, that was not cool that you name called your mom. Don't do that again. Don't name call my wife or my daughter. Number one. I'll leave it at that. Didn't go into a 30-minute thing. And then I said, what's going on? Like, why are you feeling this way? And he told me. He just had a bad day at school. He felt like he wasn't involved in when they were playing football in the playground. He wanted to play quarterback, and a kid wouldn't let him play quarterback. So these are things I wouldn't have known if I would have just blown up on him. But instead, I asked him, what's going on? And I found out he felt like he wasn't heard on the playground. So he comes home, feels like he's not heard here. So he blows up here because he doesn't want to get in trouble in school. And I said, I am so sorry that happened to you at school. I told him a couple things that I would do. And I said, stay up here for a while, calm down, and when you're ready, go apologize to your mom. That was it. 10, 15 minutes instead of the regular 45-minute.
Did he apologize?
He came downstairs.
Nice.
Back to normal. Mommy, I'm sorry. I won't do that again. And that was it, man. It was. That's why I think it helps to talk to people if you get in.
Yeah.
You know,
talk to the parents that know what they're doing.
Or been there.
Always great to talk to people that know what they're doing. Get advice. Get anything you can from people that know what they're doing. HelloFresh knows what they're doing. That's for sure. I know that HelloFresh does things right. When I start to unpack them, everything is in a nice, neat little individually wrapped bag. So everything I need, it's not like I got to sort through anything and put them in the correct drawer so that I have this with this meal, this with this meal. I just pull the bag out, stick it in the refrigerator, and boom, I know that that's there.
And let's think about this. What is one of the biggest arguments you have at home? What are we eating tonight? What do you want to eat? You know what? HelloFresh will handle this for you. Number two, how many times have you gone to the grocery store and you just walk around aimlessly because I want to make this, but I don't know what the ingredient is. I don't want to buy this. Where's that? HelloFresh?
Overspending then.
Right. And then you buy something that you only use a portion of, and then the rest goes bad. HelloFresh literally gets rid of that problem for you.
Yeah, like this week, we could have made spaghetti again.
Right.
But we didn't. We made hoisin glazed pork tenderloin. If I'm going to the grocery store, that's not on my list of things that I'm going to be making. Hoisin glazed, don't even know what a hoisin is.
But you made it.
But it was delicious,
right?
And it took like 30 minutes. Everything we needed, all the ingredients, come prepackaged in a convenient box It was perfect.
And you can customize it to your liking, by the way. So if you're feeling like you want more proteins or sides, you want to switch over to a veggie dish, HelloFresh can make that happen for you, and super easy too.
Now, no matter what your lifestyle is, if you want to do the vegetable thing, if you want to do fit and wholesome, you want to do family friendly, there's always something for even the pickiest eaters to enjoy. So go jump into the HelloFresh lifestyle right now, HelloFresh.com/daddies65 and use code daddies65 for, guess what, 65% off.
Whoa!
Plus free shipping. So we've got HelloFresh.com. Daddies65, use the code Daddies65. That's 65% off plus free shipping. And that's from America's #1 meal kit.
That's right.
And it can get messy in the house. You know, your kids are running around. Maybe there's some mud, there's some grass stains, there's food flying everywhere. You drop the ice cream. Well, laundry never stops at my place. And you know what we use nowadays? Not that goopy, globby, gross liquid.
The giant 30-pound jug of detergent that you have to lift around every day.
I don't know what happens to those. I try to see it. I don't think I can recycle them, so I just throw them in the trash. Anyway, they end up in a landfill. So what we use now is the Earth Breeze laundry detergent. They are eco sheets, and they look just like dryer sheets, but they're not. They dissolve 100% in any wash cycle. You can do them on hot, you can do them on cold, and it could not be easier. There's no measuring, no mess. Just throw it right on in there.
Earth Breeze has really made the whole concept of detergent just better. The packaging is compact, it's biodegradable, it's plastic-free. Their eco sheets are vegan and cruelty-free. Plus, they offer flexible subscriptions that can be adjusted, paused, or canceled by you at any time with no penalty.
And not only are you helping your kids and your spouse have clean clothes, you're also able to help the world when you get Earth Breeze, because with their Buy One, Give 10 initiative, each purchase donates 10 loads of detergent to a charitable cause of your choice. A whopping 30 million loads have already been donated, and these little sheets have turned a chore into an act of kindness, and you could be a part of this.
And look, everything we're saying is great, but I think the most important thing is they still make your clothes smell good.
Like, super good.
It's good for the environment, it's good for everything else, but it makes you smell good too.
And Earth Breeze is so confident. Earth Breeze is like, yeah, they're going to use this now from now on. They're like, if you don't like it, we'll give you a full refund. So go ahead and try it. You got nothing to lose. You don't even have to send back the product. They'll let you finish off that box for free. So now is the time to try Earth Breeze, because you can subscribe and save 40%. Go to earthbreeze.com/daddies to get started. That's earthbreeze.com/daddies for 40% off. earthbreeze.com/daddies.
Okay, so we all know that one of the hardest jobs in the world is being a stay-at-home mom. It's not a glamorous job. Zero respect from a lot of people. People overlook you. You know what I mean?
I think I'm not really going to do it, but I think I would fight someone who says being a stay-at-home mom is not a difficult job.
Yeah, and so I know one thing during the pandemic especially, my wife and I, we both work, and so we kind of got a taste of what it is like for stay-at-home parents.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And because you're trying to do your job and you have kids, it's horrible because you can't be a good employee, you can't be a good parent. There's no...
It's tough.
Yeah,
it's just really tough.
Right. You can't do anything right. Anyways, this past week, a post on TikTok has been going viral. It's a young mom in Australia. She's trending because she's explaining why going to work, like to an office, is way easier than just being at home with kids all day. She's making the argument that being a stay-at-home parent is way more difficult than just like leaving the kids and going to work. So here's what she said. Tell me how you feel about it.
Okay.
Going to work is so much easier than staying home with kids. And here's why. On my work days, I get to commute to work listening to music by myself. I get to grab a coffee, walk through the city, go to the office, have adult conversations with other people, work, and then I miss my kids and can't wait to see them, and they can't wait to see me either. On the flip side, when you're at home alone with the kids for days on end, you might go days without having a normal human conversation. From the second you open your eyes in the morning until you close them at night, you are on. You are putting out fires over the most insanely irrational things. You're being yelled at for things. It is all about what you need to do for someone else. You barely get a hot coffee. You barely get time to sit down and think about anything else outside of what needs to be done.
So this post was just reminding people that, like, man, being a stay-at-home mom, it's a lot of work.
100%. Now, I hope I don't catch flack for
Uh-oh,
this.
here we go.
No. You're giving another perspective, and we're going to put it that way.
Now, what does that say to the mom like Blair, like Kara, who does have to do all of the 100% of the momming duties, but she also has to go and earn a paycheck? Isn't that kind of saying, oh, hey, you got it way easier. You get to go to work. That's also rude.
In a way, I guess it could come off as rude, yes.
Kara does get to have conversations with grown-ups and stuff, and but then she also does have to come back home and do all the other stuff that you would have to do if she was a stay-at-home mom.
Sure. I think what I'm getting from a lot, at least with this lady, is that when you are a working parent, you can leave the house and stuff. You still have some sort of identity that is of yourself.
Yeah.
You still have a little bit of alone time. You still have a little bit of time for yourself.
Yeah.
And then you come home to chaos.
I think my point is more of a, I don't know why we're making it stay-at-home moms have it easier. Well, going to work moms have it easier.
The comparison is where we're going wrong on this, because being a parent, just in general, whether you're a working mom or dad or a stay-at-home mom or dad, they're both tough jobs. Both of them are. A working mom is missing milestones at times, right? There's times I bet you Kara wants to be there to hear Quaid speaking Spanish, but she's at work, and so she gets it in video form.
Right, and she can't be at
there.
The class parties and stuff that other parents can go to.
There's moms that have missed. My mom had to work because she had to work when I was little, and you miss milestones like first steps and crawling and your first words and teething. So it is difficult. So comparing is where we go wrong in this whole situation.
That's my point.
And because a stay-at-home mom could say, I have it tougher, and a working mom can make just as valid of a case saying it's hard for me as well.
And both are very valid, and it's a unique viewpoint. Either way you have it, you probably think that I guess you can choose how you want to see it. I either have the treats of being a stay-at-home mom, or I get the burden of being a stay-at-home mom. I get to have the joy of going into the office, or I get to have the dread of having to go and not be around my kid and miss the milestones.
Here's what we do know, is that whether you choose to go to work or you choose to be a stay-at-home mom, you're doing it for the betterment of your family.
100%.
And you're doing it for the betterment of your kid. You're outweighing things, and you made the decision to do what you're doing for a good reason.
Yeah.
Nobody's out here trying to do something because they want to be better than anybody else. So we're all out here just trying to be good people, trying to be good parents,
and
right?
I just don't like, I think I hate social media, where people are like trying to like get people to have conversations and take hard stances on everything. I'm like, well, I think that you're getting viral clicks and stuff, and people are having a conversation about this because, like, yeah, but it's works for you. It may not work for everybody.
Yeah, sure.
There are stay-at-home moms that it does work better for them.
And we need both. We need working moms and we need stay-at-home moms. We need those stay-at-home moms that even when the kids go to school, they're the ones that are working for free at the school for 6 to 8 hours, helping teachers and decorating and doing the work that they're not able to do at the schools. And the working moms are the ones that are showing their kids like, hey, I'm out here doing it, and we're doing it right, and we're putting food on the table, and it could be done.
Hopefully when this whole thing goes national and we're getting hate for the Chatty Daddies podcast, people are picketing outside and all that, hopefully this is the quote that they'll use, right? I think we all can agree that the parent that has it the easiest is the dad.
Right.
The chatty daddy?
Usually it is.
Yeah, I mean,
there you go. End quote. There you go.
Yeah, I'm not going to disagree on that one. I think the dads do have it.
Who wants to go to the park?
Okay. I didn't think that one would have
as much of
such fiery conversation.
Well,
but
fiery's a little much.
I know. But this is what is really having a lot of people divided on the internet. Did you see? Okay, so I already have a problem with people that do a ton of family vlogging and stuff like that.
Totally.
Just putting their kids on the internet forever. I have seen a lot of people say, like, what kids are going to value more in the next 10 years is their social media privacy. But they've just grown up on social media this whole time, and all these parents are just trying to make their kids influencers at 3 years old, So anyways, there's this family vloggers, Ty and Haley Kelly. They live in Florida. They have a really popular TikTok channel and YouTube channel. They post a lot of videos with their family and stuff. And the dad caught a lot of heat because he made shoes that made his kid taller to get on the rides. And so that's kind of one of those things where
a dad move.
That's what dads do.
move.
Exactly.
That's
You're
what we
always
do.
like, no, get on your tiptoes a little bit when they're measuring you and stuff like that.
Hold on, take your socks off. I'm going to put them under your heels.
Exactly. But he got a lot of flack from people because it is kind of a safety thing. They're a certain height for safety reasons. The harnesses fit certain heights and things like that. And so he posted a video not apologizing. He's not going to take his videos down. And so that's my question to you guys. Like, is this guy in the wrong? Is he...
Are you going to pull the rug out from under me here in a second and play an audio clip?
I mean, I have a clip if you want to hear about it.
Is 1 to 2 inches the difference between life and death? Okay, I need a scientist to tell me this, because in my head I'm thinking, if my kid is just 1 inch short, is that going to be the difference?
Okay,
right?
I'm looking at a picture here. I don't know if y'all can see this or not. Obviously, if you're not listening, it's a 2.5, 3 inch lift of shoes.
Oh, see
Roughly.
that's a little too much.
So it's like it's like they look like giant. I don't know if platform's the right word, but just
they're
giant
platform shoes.
chunky shoes for his kid to wear.
Okay.
That might be a little too, like 3 inches is a lot.
Does the kid want to go on the ride?
He does.
Does dad think it's safe?
Well, it doesn't. I don't think it matters what we think. I think it matters what the
Because here's what happens.
roller coaster professionals.
Here's what's going to happen.
Right?
If some, God forbid, happens to a kid on a ride and they have the paramedics come out and the paramedics look and see that this kid's got 4-inch platform shoes, they're going to go, whoa, dude, did you put this kid on a ride that he was too small for? And then now the park is going to be like, we didn't do nothing. But how about this parenting thing since we're talking about social media stuff, I want to get your vibe on this, guys. This is with an older kid. So this kid, I don't know if you saw this, but this gentleman or this young man went to a restaurant, I guess with his friends, and his tab at the end was about $100 and something. And he tipped, went home, and complained to his mother and said, man, the tab was $100. Inflation is crazy. This guy's learning about money, right? He's a teenager. He's learning. Like, it was $100 for a tab. I work hard at my part-time job, and I blah, blah, blah. And I guess the mom must have asked him, like, well, how much was the tip? He goes, well, that meant I had to tip them $10 on a $100 tab.
Right. That math ain't mathin'.
This is where this mom got a lot of love on social media because she goes, you tipped how much on a $100 tab? And he said, $10. That's a lot of money. They just brought me my food and cleaned up. And the mom goes, no. Listen, you get your butt back in your car, go to the ATM, pull a 20 out, and you go back to that restaurant and you give that money to the waiter now. Mm-hmm. That's a great parenting moment, in my opinion.
Did the kid actually do it?
I think so. Yeah, I think he did. I think he went.
Yeah, I'll go. I'll go drop.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I didn't see the follow up to see if he was followed to the spot to give. But the mom was like, "No, man, you gotta. Service people are getting paid less than minimum wage in some places, so they make up for it with their tips."
Now I may get flack for this.
All right, let's hear it, Trey.
That's the second time you said
third
that.
hot opinion.
I'm just playing. I don't know why I felt like arguing today. No. Of course, yeah, that's great.
That's a great move, right?
And of course, it stinks that inflation's going up, but that's a great lesson for him to learn.
And I love that the way she said, just go to the ATM, get $20 out, because now he's out 30. You know, because she didn't specify. Like,
I know. Man.
Yeah, the increments. You can't get it. What are you going to do? Get another 10? I guess
some places do, man.
Yeah.
Some places hook you up with the 5 and the 10, I think. I don't know. I got scared to go to the ATMs now.
Very hotly debated topics today. If there's any parenting issues you would like us to discuss, please hit us up. The ways to contact us are in the description of this podcast. Join us next time. My name's Nick Adams.
I'm Trey Peart.
I'm JC Chavez.
And don't forget,
stand up straight.
The Chatty Daddies Podcast.